Hello everybody, I'm doing a review on the 2013 Lego Ninjago Golden Dragon set. Ages 8 to 14, set 70503, 252 pieces. There's the Golden Dragon.
Wow, 10 years of Ninjago. This is something I honestly didn't think we were going to hit for the longest time, and now we are here. We are at 10 years of Ninjago. The show is actually still going. They're still making new stuff for the show. They kind of did a reboot in a slight way. They kind of reset the format a little bit. It's a little bit different now than it was, let's say, when it started, but it's still going. And they're still making new sets, and they're also making Ninjago Legacy right now, which kind of celebrates the past series, which is awesome. I really, really love it. I actually just recently got the newest whole wave. Ninjago has meant a lot to me and this whole channel. I covered Ninjago on this channel for so many years. I covered all theories and news and all my thoughts on the entire series and the theme for so many years. That's what this channel was about. Yeah, I have kind of shifted my focus, really gotten into Star Wars, and that's kind of where I am at this point. But Ninjago is still a very special part to me in this channel, and I still cover some Ninjago to this day. Ninjago, I started out with Ninjago all the way back in 2012. Unfortunately, I didn't start out right at the beginning. I started about a year later, and my first episode was actually episode 9, I believe. It was the Royal Blacksmith. So it was in season 1. I joined right around the beginning. It was during the first season, so I kind of still have that nostalgic experience, I guess you could say, for Ninjago. And I started out with that episode, and ever since then I was hooked. My second episode was finding out who the Green Ninja was, and by that point I was going crazy. I mean, I absolutely loved that episode. I was so curious on who the Green Ninja was gonna be. It took over my mind. It took over my mind almost right away. So I was recommended Ninjago from actually my sister, and I was recommended Ninjago, and I kind of passed it off. I didn't really think much of it until I finally watched episode 9. I hadn't even watched any episodes beforehand. I just watched episode 9, The Royal Blacksmiths, and watched a few episodes. I think I finished the season before I actually went back and finished the rest of the episodes, which is really surprising to me. I don't know why I did that, but that's what I did, and I was hooked. I was hooked from the first episode I watched. My first ever set for Ninjago was Kai's Blade Cycle. It was the 2012 version for season 1. It had Kai, of course, and that was my first set. My first ever ninja and set was that one. And I ever since then, I went on to get Jay's Stormfighter, everything like that. That whole season 1 wave of Ninjago, all the snakes and stuff. I got all those sets. I didn't get all of them, but I got a lot of them. I got all the ninja, and I just kept getting more and more and more, and I just couldn't stop. And unfortunately, I don't think I got much of the original Ninjago, like the first wave based on the pilots. I didn't actually get many of those when that came out. Since then, though, I've gotten a few. I've gotten the Fire Temple and different sets like that. Ever since I watched my first episode in March of 2012, I've been hooked. And ever since then, it has been a big part of my life. To this day, it still is. I literally just bought an entire new wave of Ninjago, the Ninjago Legacy line. They got some great stuff that just came out, and I just had to buy it all. And on my channel, I started to cover the series as well. The series, along with the sets, was my life. It literally was my life. It may seem a little silly. Some may, on the outside, think Ninjago is just this silly little show that is created to sell products. And it is. It technically is. But Ninjago is a lot more than that as well. Think of your basic kids show that is, you look back on. Let's say it wasn't a Lego show or a Ninjago or whatever, but let's say you look back on a children's show that you had very fond memories of. You have a nostalgic feeling for it. It was your childhood show. This is kind of what that was. Now, I was a little older when it came out. I was about 12 years old when season 1 was coming out, but I still have so many great memories and nostalgic feelings for this show. And that's kind of what this show was for me. It was one of those shows. And it's just what it was. I was more focused on the story, I guess I would say. I was so involved with the story. I was so deeply interested in this story for the series, and I think it has to do with the writers on the series. For the longest time, Dan and Kevin Hagman, they were on the series from, again, the beginning to season 10, and they did a fantastic job. And now it's in a different era at this point, and it's still got some interesting parts, of course, but that was what really hooked me. I think those writers, Dan and Kevin Hagman, they took the series to another level that it probably never would have reached. They took Ninjago into their hands and they actually brought it to another level that it probably was never even meant to be. Like, it was a Lego show to sell products, and somehow it had one of the greatest stories I think I've ever seen in a kid's show. Now, that might be a little biased, but it's personally what I feel, and it was fantastic. And I started to make, theory videos, and just like you see with Star Wars right now, tons of theory videos and rumor videos and news videos and product videos even, because Ninjago, of course, I got all the sets. I got into Lego more because of the series. I wasn't necessarily into Lego when I started watching Ninjago. I was into Ninjago. And once I got into Ninjago, I got into the Ninjago sets, and that spiraled me into liking a ton of Lego. And now I'm at the point where I am now, where I am a big Lego fan. I collect tons of Lego, and I think it's awesome. So Ninjago spiraled me to where I am right now, and I am continuing to go on with my channel and do more Ninjago reviews, depending on what the product is, depending on what the set is, of course. I really do like some of the sets that they are still making. As I continued on, I continue to make like little stop motions, as you guys may have remembered from years past. I made little stop motions. I did so much for Ninjago. I tried to make so much content. It was the biggest thing in my life for multiple years, which is so strange, but it is what it is. And I used to make videos almost like daily on these things, and I got pretty big on this channel. Lots of you guys really enjoyed those videos. I appreciated that, and it was fun. It was really, really fun. Now, I started in March of 2013, so I went on about 4 years on this channel, pretty heavy and hardcore on Ninjago. And then in 2017, I actually went and got my first job, like every other person does. And I didn't have as much time for the channel at all, so I ended up making a video, which was probably a bad idea. Hey everyone, today I'm here to make an announcement about this channel. And this announcement has been very difficult for me to bring. As of today, and with sadness, guys, I have decided not to continue with providing videos for Ninjago. Now let me think back on it, but the video's still up, of course. It was an announcement saying that I couldn't make as many videos anymore, and I kind of slowed down. I didn't make as much anymore. I really stopped on my channel pretty heavily, and I don't think it did my channel well. I feel like I could have slowed down but kept going, but I didn't. I was still heavily involved in Ninjago for quite a while after I slowed down on my channel, and I did come back for like a little bit in 2018, and I tried to continue, but I was again very busy, and I was more involved in school and my job, of course, and it kind of took over again, and that's kind of still what happens to this day. But I still try to manage it a lot more now than I used to. And to this day, now at this current day, I still make pictures. I actually make Photoshop editing videos. I know a lot of you guys, it might be considered a very weird type of video, but if you guys actually look on YouTube, there's different types of Photoshop videos, and I've made Ninjago pictures. And I've done a few of those along with my Star Wars, but Ninjago has still been there. I still make Ninjago to this day, and yeah, Ninjago is still there with me, and I still plan on making more Ninjago content in the future. Now, it's not as heavily as I once did. It's more Lego based in general. Like, I make Lego pictures of Star Wars, other things as well, and Ninjago, and I do Ninjago reviews from time to time, and Star Wars, and it's just what I love to do. I just love to cover the type of Lego content that I do, and Ninjago is the reason that I am here right now on this channel. My channel, it's not necessarily as big as it was maybe before, but I feel like I enjoy what I'm doing a lot right now, and again, that is all because of Ninjago. 10 years of Ninjago, it has completely changed where I am right now. If I didn't watch this series, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here on this channel. I wouldn't even have this channel if I didn't make my awful video, my awful first video. If I didn't make that video, I wouldn't be here right now. So I think that's really fantastic. I'm really proud of all the videos I've made that, no matter the viewership, I think I kind of did that to myself when I made my goodbye video a few years ago. And, I haven't really managed my channel well in the past few years, and I know that already, but I still enjoy what I'm making, and I think it's fun. And Ninjago, again, is the reason I'm here. It's the reason I'm on this channel. And 10 years of this series is something that I honestly never thought I would see way back in the day. And I am blown away. It's over. It hit 10 seasons on the main series, and now it's on its new format, and it's still going to this day. So I think that's fantastic. So 10 years of Ninjago, guys. Happy anniversary to Ninjago. 10 years is a massive achievement. I'm curious to see how much longer Ninjago goes for. It's one of Lego's most successful themes to this day, I believe, and I don't see a reason for them to stop. You know, we've seen lots of brand new themes come and go as Ninjago has been around the whole time. Chima, Nexo Knights, all these different things that they've tried. The Ninjago sticks around, and there's a reason, because there is such a loyal fan base, and there's generations that grow up with this show. You know, there's people who have this show as their childhood way back in 2012 and 2013, you know, with seasons 1 and 2. But yet there's people right now that are enjoying Ninjago in their childhood with, say, the newer stuff. Ninjago means a lot to a lot of people, and I seriously believe that it's going to continue to, you know, introduce us to new people in the community. It's going to make people join the community, get more active in this community, because I think the Lego community in general is brilliant. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's such an amazing community of people, again, joining them with the right people. And there's a lot of good people on here, and I think it's fantastic. It's been a great ride, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. So I hope you guys enjoy my content and what I've been doing lately. I felt like I just kind of wanted to tell my Ninjago story here, where Ninjago got me to this day and where I am right now. My point is here, happy 10th anniversary to Ninjago, and to many more years. I feel like I can keep going, and it's got lots of great potential, I believe. It's in a new format at this point, but there's lots of new fans, and I feel like it could keep going. Even if, let's say, I'm not necessarily as interested anymore, they could still keep going, and I think it's great. So again, happy 10th anniversary to Ninjago. Here's to many more.
This is my first review, so it may not be perfect. But this is Golden Dragon set.